Welcome everyone to the Speaking Part 5 Comparing and Persuading Analysis. Now, before we get started, I do want to say that I'm here in the Speaking Part 5 section of the CELPIP Library. And Speaking Part 5 focuses more on lower levels, 5, 6. What does that mean? Well, that means that lower levels, 5, 6, you need to do well in this part, or you can do well in this part. This part is not so complicated, the same as part 2, 3, 4. These parts, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are very important for lower levels because you need to demonstrate your 5, 6 English knowledge in these parts, okay? For example, in this part, we're going to do some comparatives, and I'll show you that later. Now, for higher levels, what does it mean that this part is more for lower levels? Well, it means that higher levels, you can't really demonstrate, or the complexity of the question is not as difficult as part 1, 6, or 7. Those parts are the parts where levels 7 or higher, they need to do well in those parts to really demonstrate that knowledge. And part 5, it's not so complicated. But at the same time, we're going to develop an answer that can really demonstrate your knowledge even in part 5, okay? So keep that in mind. Also, there's this really great tips and strategies video for part 5. That video you can find in our playlist, part 5 playlist. And also there'll be a link in the description box to that video. Okay? So now let's get started with today's analysis from volume number 1, block noise. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so here we have the question. All right. Now, I do want to say that in our example here, we have already made our selection. We have already made our selection, and we've already gotten our colleague's choice. Okay? Because in the real exam, it's a little bit different. And let me show you. So, in the real exam, first you have 3 parts. First, you choose an option, then you have preparation time, and then you have the speaking time. So what does that mean? So here we have our question. The people in your apartment building are upset with the traffic noise from the street, and as a member of your apartment's council, you need to solve the problem. You find 2 suitable options. Using the pictures and information below, choose the option that you prefer, this option or that option. In the next section, you will need to persuade your colleague that your choice is the better choice. Okay? So then, when we have these options, you're given 1 minute to choose the option that you prefer. Either one is good. There's no right or wrong choice. But I would say maybe you should pick the one that you feel more familiar with. Maybe the planting a hedge, you read that, it looks more familiar. Or what about building a brick wall? Now you only have 60 seconds or 1 minute. And after that, you have your choice here. And then the computer gives you your colleague's choice, okay? And it says your colleague is suggesting another option. Persuade her that the option you chose is more suitable by comparing the two. Okay? And so you can see here that you have a minute to prepare, and then after that minute you start speaking. Now, here we chose building a brick wall, okay? But let's go back and let's say you chose planting a hedge. And after the minute is over, you see, here's your choice, planting a hedge. And here is buying everyone earplugs. Okay? So then, everyone, let's get now to our question here again. Remember, it says that the people in your apartment building are upset, angry, or don't feel good with the traffic noise from the street. So your apartment building is next to the street and there's too much noise. Okay? And as a member of your apartment's council, so in your apartment building, you have the managers, the maintenance people. They have a group of people who are the leaders. That's the council. The council is the group leaders. You need to solve the problem. So because you are part of the council, you need to solve the problem, okay? So let's remember we had two suitable options and we chose this one, planting a hedge, okay? Now it says persuade, convince, make your colleague choose your choice, or persuade your colleague, tell your colleague to choose or that your choice is better. Okay? So then, let's read. What is our choice? Planting a hedge. So this is the hedge right here. And it's like some tree, or we can say bush, okay? But a hedge is like a wall made of some material. Here, the wall is made of trees or a bush or a plant, okay? Now, why is this one better? Environmentally friendly, good for nature, looks green and appealing, interesting, appealing, interesting, okay? Costs approximately almost $3,000. Takes 5 years to grow high enough to block noise. So after 5 years later, it will grow high to block the noise. So first, it will be short. But every year, it will grow, 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 grow. Okay. Okay, so the next one, our colleague's choice, buying everyone earplugs, these ones here. Softens traffic noise. Softens means makes less, reduces, make less. Because there's so much noise, so if you put them in your ear, softens the noise, makes less noise. Comes in many colors. Okay, so not just yellow, maybe orange, green, blue. Costs $20 for a pack of 200. So $20, one pack of 200. Is that good? I don't know. What about if there's 100 people in your building? I think that one's not good. Portable, easy to use and replace. Portable means you can move from place to place. Okay. So then, everyone, we have read our ideas here. Now, for level 5, 6, we need to try to use these ideas we have here. We need to use them. And actually, this is one reason why it's an easier question, because we can use these ideas. Okay? So, how can we start? Well, for that, I'm just going to look at our guide over here, our guide. I'm just going to look at our guide. It's very important, everyone, to try to use some comparative language. Nicer, stronger, more convenient, better. That's comparative language. More, less, greater, better. Okay? So we are going to try to use sentences with that. Okay? And then also, we should try to use some organization. And I'm going to use some of these words here to start the sentences, okay? So, let's go to my board and let's start here with the first sentence. We are going to introduce the question, speaking to our colleague, okay? All right. So, hello, council member. So, your colleague is your council member. You can say hello, colleague, or maybe your colleague or council member has a name. Why don't we call him Justin? Hello, Justin. Justin is a very popular name in Canada. Okay? I'd like to explain why I think planting a hedge, my choice, would be much better than buying everyone earplugs. My colleague's choice. So don't forget, everyone, that the blue is the structure. Would be much better, or you can say is better. You can say is here. It's not a problem. You can say is. So would be, let's make that bigger, would be means is in modals. A planting a hedge is much better than, that's correct. When we use modals or words to express, when we are giving advice, we say not is much better, but would be. Same meaning, just more formal, and we are giving advice, okay? So again, would be much better than buying everyone earplugs. So we introduced the question. So now let's get to the first idea. Firstly, I think because it is more environmentally friendly, it will be great for nature and our neighborhood. Okay, so you see, environmentally friendly. That was an easy one. We just said more environmentally friendly. So, because planting the hedge, we put here it, but we can say because planting the hedge is more environmentally friendly, it will be great for nature and our neighborhood. Okay, so that is a really good idea. So it will be great for nature. nature, environment. Okay? And also our neighborhood. Our neighborhood will like it. So this is what we're saying about planting the hedge. We said ours is better. Now, every idea that we say, we need to try to compare to something here. But, right? But what? Okay, let's see let me see here. But the earplugs can make more garbage because everyone will throw them out when they are old. That's also a good idea. Right, everyone will throw them out when they are old. Okay? So let's look at this again. We said it's more environmentally friendly, so that's better. But see, we compare to this side. Everyone will throw them out, so it will make more garbage. So that was a good idea to start, okay? Let's remember we're using here will be, can make, will throw. This will happen or can happen if we do this, okay? Now, what's next? Let's look at our second idea. Secondly, I think the hedge will be more attractive because it is green. It will look great in our community. Okay. We said this as well here, good for our neighborhood. So we want our community to be happy. We want our community, we should put so here, so it will look great in our community. Okay? Everyone will be happy with it. So, again, we said ours is more attractive because it is green, and we got that from here. Appealing. Appealing means attractive. Okay, so that's good. So now we need to say something about this one. Ours is green and appealing. What about the earplugs? But the earplugs will be more uncomfortable. Oh, yes, because you always have to put them in your ears. Right. So more uncomfortable. Comfortable, uncomfortable. Because you always are putting them in your ears. That will be very uncomfortable, right? Okay. So you see, we said ours is good for this reason, but the earplugs are not good for that reason. So that's what a very good way to make your sentences, okay? We did it in the first one too. Mine is good for this one, but yours is not good for this reason. Very good. So we have two ideas. We also use comparatives, more attractive, more uncomfortable. Now let's get to the third idea. Lastly, I know the hedge is more expensive now. That's true, right? $3,000. Okay? But in the future, it will be cheaper. Really? How? It will be cheaper in the future because we will always need to buy earplugs. Oh, that's a very good idea, that one. Yes. Right, that's true. So now ours costs $3,000, but that's it. But in the future, it will cost, we always need to buy those earplugs, and maybe we need to buy 10 boxes every month because every day we need to put the earplugs on. And people don't like the old earplugs, right? You can say that too. You can speak more. If you want to speak more, you can speak more if you have a minute, okay? And if you have time. I think we explained here very clearly. Again, let me tell you what we did great. Firstly, we organized our ideas very well. Secondly, we explained our ideas very well. We said ours, it's good for this, but yours is not good for that. Ours is good for this, yours is not good for that. And now ours is more expensive, but in the future, ours will be cheaper because yours is not good for that. So that's what we want to do, everyone. Ours is good for this, yours is not good for that. So making three ideas, comparing, contrasting like that is a very good way to speak, okay? Now, secondly, we used comparative language, more environmentally friendly, more attractive, more uncomfortable, more expensive, cheaper. We need to use some comparative language to show that we know that, okay? And also, we used some good grammar for saying what will happen. Ours will be, can make, will throw, will be, will look, because we're talking about what will happen if we choose my choice or if we choose our colleague's choice. What will happen, okay? All right. And the last thing I want to say is we used a good sentence structure. I think because of this, but yours is not good because of this, okay? I think mine is good because of this, but yours, I forgot that here I need to put so. I need to put so right here so it will look, okay? Uh, but yours because, so we need to use that sentence structure, everyone. We can't just say words or parts of words because those aren't sentences. We need to use full sentences and we need to explain using good sentence structure. So we did that really well here. Okay, and of course, the last part is that we gave three ideas. If we can give three ideas, for sure we will get six. Okay? Now, we need to try to speak this one in 1 minute. So, everyone, when we speak, we need to speak continuously. We can't have pauses or breaks. What do I mean? Hello, council member. I'd like to explain why I think planting I had we can't do that too much. We need to have flow. We need to speak continuously. And we need to speak clearly. Pronunciation just means clearly. It's okay if you have an accent, there's no problem. But if we don't say the word correctly, we don't understand the word, then it's a problem. So it's not about pronunciation exactly, it's just about clearly. So, everyone, I'm going to speak this one in 1 minute, so you can listen to my flow and my intonation as well to sound more native, okay? All right, so here I go. Hello, council member. I'd like to explain why I think planting a hedge would be much better than buying everyone earplugs. Firstly, I think because it is more environmentally friendly, it will be great for nature and our neighborhood. But the earplugs can make more garbage because everyone will throw them out when they are old. Secondly, I think the hedge will be more attractive because it is green, so it will look great in our community. But the earplugs will be more uncomfortable because you always have to put them in your ears. Lastly, I know the hedge is more expensive now, but in the future, it will be cheaper because we will always need to buy earplugs. Okay, everyone. So, you see, I was speaking I was speaking slowly for you, slowly and clearly, but that is level 5-6. 5-6 speaks slowly and clearly and continuously, okay? Not pausing so much. Well, more level 6. And also more level 6, less grammar errors. Everyone, this example here, if you speak it perfectly, maybe you can even get 7. Maybe. It's a little bit simple, but still, it's more about speaking quality. Clearly, slowly, clearly, continuously. Okay? And also about not making so many grammar mistakes. Level 6 and level 5, you can make grammar mistakes. Level 6, less than level 5, okay? And when I say grammar mistakes, I mean mistakes sometimes with he, she, it, is, are. Maybe everyone throws them out, not using will, okay? So, everyone, to practice, let's read our sample and let's understand every part. Remember, in this example, I use color so you can understand better the parts of the sentences. The blue, okay, the blue is structure, how we can form the sentences. So, firstly, secondly, like that. Organization. Now, the red here is the main grammar point for each sentence. So, practice that. Now, in here, I also have green to show the comparative language, how we are comparing, also important. And lastly, of course, everything else is black, okay? Just parts of the sentence, the words, the nouns. So, everyone, let's practice reading it and then let's practice speaking it in 1 minute. Slowly, clearly, continuously, okay? And then the best thing that you can do is can you speak that answer by yourself in 1 minute without reading it? That's a very good test. Okay, you don't have to speak everything perfectly, but most of it. And also, not from memory. We don't want to memorize things. Memorizing is not learning. We want to speak it from our knowledge. We need to say, planting a hedge is more environmentally friendly, so our community will love it. Okay, that's kind of what we said here. Okay, but the earplugs, right? The earplugs, they will make more garbage because everyone wants to throw them out. So you need to practice that. But again, from your knowledge, not memory. So for that, everyone, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box, which has the question. It has the question here. Let's finish that one. Start over. Okay, so you can practice there. I'm going to be leaving that in the description box and you can practice. And also, everyone, I strongly recommend the CELPIP Library. The CELPIP Library has lots of examples of speaking part 5. You see here many examples, okay? Of listening all the parts, of reading all the parts, of writing, and all the speaking parts. So for that, at the bottom of the link, you will find another link to purchase a library pass over here, okay? Purchase a library pass. And with discount code CELPIP79, you can get the library pass for only $10.99, 3-month subscription. That's a great deal, everyone. And I strongly recommend it. Let's remember, everyone, let's remember, practice makes perfect.